Welcome to OCD Clarity. My name is Luc, and today I want to read my own OCD Clarity Action Plan. I wrote this plan to give people some direction in their recovery. Because if you're having severe OCD, generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder, depression, it is very hard to find the right information, to get the right information. And for a lot of people, they will follow a path that leads nowhere. For years, they try meditation, they try Buddhism, they try simple CBT, they try meds, they try getting a life coach, all that sort of stuff. And none of these people had OCD. Probably. In the most cases, it is. It is. OCD is a severe anxiety-based disorder. And if you didn't had it, you can read about it and learn about the disorder, but it is you. I lived your life. I've been stuck with a lot of OCD themes for years on end. Sensory motor OCD was stuck for me like 3-4 years. I think 4 years straight, 24/7. Health OCD, harm OCD, combined, all different kind of themes were latched at the same time. And it was very, very hard to find the right information. And even though harm OCD or health OCD is a little bit more common, it's not that well understood. And not even talking about sensory motor OCD, but because I see very few cases that completely recover because they don't get the right information. And I developed this OCD Clarity Action Plan to help people, to guide people in the right direction. But I get a lot of questions lately via email or via YouTube or via other channels, and people want to recover, but they don't want to put in the work. If you want to recover from severe OCD, you would need to be working at it in the first couple of months for like 3-4 hours a week. But you can also do 6. But because you have OCD, you will most likely be switching things up, doing nothing, doing everything, 0% work, 100% work. But we need to find some balance. It's hard for people. And people with who have OCD, it is much harder. So when I saw a way out, when I spoke to the right people all over the world, did my research, really educated myself about OCD and anxiety, I gave it all. And this is the mindset you need to have. So, because a lot of people don't want to do the work, I will do a little bit work for you. So, by this I mean, I will read in a few episodes, I will read my OCD Clarity Action Plan, different subjects. We will come by and just let everything sink in. And but you need to remember that you need to reread this thing, free to download from my OCD Clarity Action Plan website, of OCD Clarity website. You can download it for free. You need to reread it multiple times. Just as the literature, I'm suggesting you need to reread it over, not every day, but multiple times in your lifetime. So, OCD Clarity Action Plan. Introduction. At OCD Clarity, we have developed the OCD Clarity Action Plan, a step-by-step program to help individuals overcome obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, and generalized anxiety disorder. It's completely free and was developed by me, someone, Luke, someone who suffered severely from chronic OCD for over 15 years. That's the honest story. This with various themes. I also struggled with generalized anxiety disorder, GAD, and with depression for a long time. Over the past few years, I have followed my life mission to get better from OCD, and I succeeded. I'm now fully free from OCD, anxiety, and depression. This took me a lot of time, effort, and persistence. And this is really the key. You need to persist for a very long time. If you have severe OCD, let's for a month, let's for a year, not even speaking for multiple years or decades, you can make good progress in 1 year, really working at it. But your OCD won't be gone in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Everybody who says that doesn't know the truth or lies to you, because check for yourself. Are your symptoms better than last year or last week or in the last couple 5 years? Did you really make some progress? Ask yourself and be honest. So we're already 6 minutes in. My God. Okay. Fuck. I feel fulfilled and enjoy life again. And this is something I wish for everyone. This is not some flashy guru-style method. I have stripped everything down to the core and turned my knowledge into a practical action plan. This is what me got better, and I was a severe case. I know what it's like to be at your lowest, completely overwhelmed by obsessions, and so terrified that even getting out of bed feels impossible. This was my life for years. I really mean it. I know how you feel, but you can get better. Have hope. Please watch my story with OCD on the YouTube video mentioned on the first page of the OCD Clarity Action Plan. OCD is a very serious, anxiety-related mental health condition that is often debilitating. It is characterized, my English is not perfect, by cycles of obsessions and compulsions, affecting millions of people worldwide. The severity of OCD varies. For some, it may cause mild disruption, while for the majority, it can be a chronic and severe life-altering condition that robs them of living a normal and/or happy life. And this is for the most people the case, because there are, if you have mild OCD, it really quickly goes to severe OCD. It's the nature of this disorder. It is, every day feels like a battle. Your head is working against you. The intrusive thoughts are amazing. It's so insane. The images, the dreams, the anxiety spikes are just... Don't think you are a weak person, because it's a very hard disease or condition. Yeah, it really is. But you can get better. It really is. But I know a lot of people feel hopeless because they tried everything. But the people that are giving the information are not experts on OCD. Yeah, on paper. They have a certain degree, or they studied psychology, or have helped people with mild OCD, but I really see rarely severe cases improving just the normal route. So, even kijken hoor. Oh, that's Dutch. Until recently, effective treatment for OCD was very challenging. But recovery is now possible for everyone. OCD won't go on its own. If you're not doing the right work, OCD will never go away and it will stay present in the rest of your life. But on the other hand, if you have OCD for 10 years or 15 years or 20 years, you can get 100% recovered. No problem. But it is hard work. The OCD Clarity Action Plan is designed to address each individual's unique case in a balanced, structured, 360-degree approach. Every person is unique with their own characteristics, upbringing, development, perspectives, beliefs, and traits. OCD manifests itself differently in each individual, shaped by their perceptions of life or specific feared situations. That's why it's important to look at it from different angles and start working from there. People with OCD often feel compelled to dramatically shift their behavior impulsively and may approach recovery in an obsessive, compulsive manner, just as I mentioned earlier. It's really crucial, not to use the steps of the OCD Clarity Action Plan to reactively, during moments of heightened anxiety or a trigger, to immediately escape the fear, as this would be very compulsive behavior. This is a compulsion. Instead, a measured approach, such as working constructively on recovery for 1 or 3 hours per week, is the way to go. You can build up and build down, but if I'm being honest, if you're just starting 3 times 1 hour a week, working at your recovery, oh my cat, come, is the way to go. But you can make your own decision in this, but watch out to do it not compulsively. Overcoming OCD requires determination, particularly in chronic severe cases. You will encounter not when or not if, but when. You will encounter setbacks, intense anxiety spikes, feelings of hopelessness, and doubts about the effectiveness of the steps. This is completely normal, but it doesn't feel that way. OCD often leads to excessive analysis and trying to work things out. However, it's important to remember recovery is possible. Just to give you another example. If you are doing compulsions, it will give you the sense that you're doing the right thing because you feel better. Yeah, in the moment, or because you are constantly doing avoidances, self-reassurance, reassurance, pushing away thoughts, you most likely have a better day. If you compare it to stop doing the compulsions and then see what happens, you will feel 10x bad than you ever felt before because you drop every safety mechanism. You will be very, very, very anxious and you will doubt that this is the right path to take. But it's paradoxical, right? But this, if you are facing your fears, that's basically it, and just working to change how you think, feel, have a good life structure, eat healthy, all the things I talk about in this action plan. When you face your fears, you will be very, very scared because you're not performing any compulsions to alleviate the anxiety, to bring the anxiety spike down. Because it will stay high for a longer time. So you will feel, in the first few weeks and months, you will feel horrible. Yeah. But it's the only way out. It's the only way out. Check for yourself. Compulsions. Nobody recovered from OCD with a little bit of compulsive behavior. Nobody. And I mean nobody. Okay. I'm talking too much. The OCD Clarity Action Plan consists of multiple steps designed to give you the right knowledge and approaches to get better. Keep in mind that overcoming OCD, anxiety, and any related depressive symptoms is definitely not a quick process. For many people, it takes a good year or more of consistent effort to achieve significant improvement. This is the honest story. I know it's not the thing you want to hear, but remember, in the past, people often didn't even know they had OCD, and more importantly, they had no chance of getting better. And this is the harsh reality. If you had OCD 20 years ago, you was fucked. Don't let this hold you back from working on overcoming your OCD. Be grateful that you live in a time where it is possible. Don't give up. I know how difficult it is because recovery also lies in the small nuances that may prevent you from fully recovering of OCD. You've probably seen many specialists and still feel very, very bad. This is something I have encountered during my appointments. I went from specialist to therapist without feeling better for a few hours. Shit, they didn't even know what I was saying. And that's the honest story. I went from specialist to specialist, and I said, man, I can't stop thinking about my breathing, saliva. I only have very disturbing thoughts about hurting someone or that I will die of cancer. And they say, look, what are you talking about? And then you know you're you're really in shit. You're really fucked. So how can someone help you get better if you haven't experienced? Shit, they didn't even know what I was saying. Okay. You've probably seen many. Now, how can someone help you get better if you haven't experienced OCD themselves? Of course, you can learn a lot from books about OCD, anxiety, and depression. But you haven't lived it. I know exactly how OCD manifests down the smallest detail. If you follow the steps, it will lay a solid foundation for overcoming your OCD. Keep in mind that you'll need to read, explore, practice, repeat, and most importantly, apply it. So you can read all the things possible, but you really need to learn how to apply things in daily life, in your life. So don't take OCD or generalized anxiety disorder lightly. You need to approach recovery as if you're studying for a degree. If you're pursuing a higher education degree, it typically takes around 4 years. And now here it comes. You can compare this to severe chronic cases. It took me a lot of years. But it is within the first few months, 6 months to a year, you will feel significantly better. But you are not recovered. So that's the whole story. Yeah? Okay. The information in the OCD Clarity Plan is based on personal experiences and insights that have helped me and others to overcome obsessive compulsive disorder. However, this content is not intended to replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Everyone's experience with OCD is unique. Just always consult with a qualified health guide provider, such as doctor, therapist, before making any decision regarding your health, medication, or treatment plan, just to in case, you know. The methods and suggestions outlined in this ebook or action plan are for informational purposes only and should be used in conjunction with professional guidance. I also offer one-to-ones, and it's really helpful because People stay stuck on things I see because I live that life. And OCD is very tricky and it feels as real as it can. So in the most cases, people need help. But yeah, just take your own route. And if you need any help, please reach out. So in this, I will do multiple parts of the OCD Clarity Action Plan and really go in depth with this whole thing I wrote. The next steps, just to give you an idea, but not going into the different steps. Step 1, the basics of OCD and anxiety. So things you need to read, things you need to learn. Step 2, observing your own obsessions. Just scrolling down. Step 3, observing your compulsions. Step 4, creating a hierarchy of your fears. Step 5, action. From this point on, we have action and life structure. Just like personal care, sexual alarm, just basic stuff. Eat a healthy breakfast, start moving, get back to work, get back to study. Step 6, make time for family, friends, and fun activities. Fun, yeah. Daily responsibilities, make time for your recovery, financial stuff, all that kind of things, all basic stuff, yeah. Step 7, the hard shit. Exposure and response prevention, ERP. I have some multiple examples about harm OCD and pedophile POCD. Step 8, allow everything. What you resist will persist. Allowing the feelings, thoughts, images, urges, intrusive threat, everything. Okay. Step 9, stopping the compulsions. Really, really hard. Step 10, acceptance. Step 11, blowing things out of proportion. Very nice chapter, really nice. Step 12, falling back, morphing, and how long recovery takes. And then some extra insight stuff and a form how to look into your own fears. So, yeah, guys, first episodes, we'll do a lot more. Let us bring some hope. I know it's not the thing you want to hear, but it's the honest story. You can recover, you can get better, but it's it's not easy. So please download it. OCDclarity.com. Find the OCD Clarity Action Plan. Download it for free. Really read with me. Read it multiple times. Do your homework. Do the work, and you will see that in time you will get better. Have a nice day.